always love you. And now, take it away, Ellen Road. Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to Season 6, Episode 7 of the First Star Challenge with Leeds United as we look to win the Champions League with the club for the first time. Now today we're playing the Manchester clubs in the Premier League, but before we get to that, we have got a Champions League first knockout round draw to look at. We have been seeded as group winners, of course, which we secured in yesterday's episode. Let's have a quick look here and see who we can get. Now the top seeds: Atletico Madrid, who are defending champions, Barcelona, who are good, Leeds, obviously ourselves, and Man United. We can't get them anyway, but we couldn't get Chelsea into Liverpool and Paris Saint-Germain. So the top seeds, they're very good teams, aren't they? So let's have a look at the second teams. Now we know we can't get Real Madrid because they're in the group. So Ajax we could get, and I tell you what, I'd take them now. Bayer Leverkusen, Lyon, Roma, Monaco, Dortmund, and Sevilla are the other teams. I mean, really, I think the only team you'd want to avoid there is the team we can't get in Madrid. I'd take almost anybody. I'd probably rather avoid Dortmund. They tend to have good youngsters, don't they? And I'd probably like to have Ajax, to be honest, but they might have a few good youngsters. It doesn't matter who I want because we're going to see who we get in a second here. First team out of the hat is Sevilla. They will get Manchester United. Some history there, of course. Roma, we'll take Roma if we have to. Atletico Madrid, get them. Monaco, we get Monaco. Okay, so, could be better, could be worse. I would say Monaco, again, they could have some good youngsters. Well, they do have at the start of the game, don't they? But we're what, season 6, or 6 seasons in now. So, that just kind of is what it is. Real Madrid versus Liverpool. I wonder if Real Madrid could beat Liverpool. They certainly were a decent enough team, weren't they? And Dortmund, Barcelona, what a tie that would be. So there we go. It is Monaco that we get in the first knockout round. We don't have to worry about them for a few seasons, and there is, of course, going to be a transfer window between now and then as well. They have Martin Odegaard, who we've looked at. They have Pellegrini, who is good. I wonder if we could go and sign some of these players in the January transfer window and just make sure he looks good as well, doesn't he? Again, another one of our transfer, or shortlisted, I should say, players, and a good centre-back there as well. So they're not going to be easy. Now, what group did they come through is the question here. Is that they came through Group D with Inter Milan. So they didn't have the strongest group, and they were second in not the strongest group. So I'd like to think we can get the better of them, but we'll find out soon, won't we? Anyway, on with the episode. Starting with a review of our match against Arsenal away from home in the Carabao Cup quarter-final. Are we going into the semis? We went in front thanks to a box-to-box effort from Mariba. Arsenal equalised early in the second half before Mariba took advantage of a goalkeeping error to restore our lead. But Arsenal were again level due to some poor marking in the box to send the tie to penalties, which they eventually went on to win. So there we go. Unfortunately, we have been knocked out of the Carabao Cup. It was an even game, to be fair. Both teams could have won it. Both teams feel they should have won it probably in normal time. Penalties just didn't go away. Mariba, having got 2 in regular time, missed his shot, and Brad Darich missed the crucial one at the end there. But it is what it is. You know, we're done, I guess. But we've got league and we've got bigger fish to fry this season, don't we? Next up, we played Wolverhampton in the Premier League. We took the lead midway through the second half when Leao found Wan Bissaka in space. And he returned a minute later to double our lead with a stunner. So there we go, Wan Bissaka. What the second strike that one was as well. 2 goals in a minute. It was a weird game, this one. We really did struggle for possession, but we dominated the chances. So we took 2 of them, which was good. You can see both goalkeepers played quite well. 3 points in the bag. Excellent stuff. Next up, we played Fulham. We took the lead when Vivake pounced on a poor goal kick. John Suter doubled our lead before Max Dean added a third moments later. And Bogac picked out Indal's run just after half-time for our fourth. Poor old Fulham, we were just too good for them. 4-0, you can see we had chances, we took chances, which was nice to see. Valvake, Suter, Dean and Endal with the goals. Very straightforward, comfortable win. Their goalkeeper didn't play well, which probably didn't help their cause, but you can see it by the match stats. we did really well on this one. Next up, it was Leicester City in the Premier League. We fell behind after half an hour before conceding a second half penalty to seal our fate. Don't really know what happened in this one, I'll be honest. It was the tail end of the festive fixtures. This was the 28th of December. It looked like a team that was tired and just didn't give a crap, to be honest. You can see we had chances. We just could not take anything. The player ratings, I should say, tell the story. They were the better team. Yeah, I think it's just festive fixtures just caught up with us. I'm putting it down to that. Because otherwise I don't know what happened. So anyway, that was that one. Last Premier League game to catch you up on, we went to Southampton. Under played in Haaland to give us a 23rd minute lead. And he was the provider again just before half time, this time for Abel Ruiz. Before Nathan Wood added a third in first half stoppage time. Mariba slipped in Alina for 4. Before picking out Ruiz's run for our 5th. Only Onana's misjudgment took the shine off our win. So there we go. What a way to bounce back from that defeat to Leicester. Haaland with a goal, Ruiz with a double, Nathan Wood, and of course Alina with a goal. It was all going well until Onana's sort of Superman flap at the end there, but didn't make too much difference. It just hurt his match rating compared to the rest of his teammates. But that was a good, comfortable 3 points in the league. Next up, we played Preston, FA Cup third round this one. Let's see if we got through. We took a first half lead when Bogat scrambled the ball home. Only for Preston to draw level on the hour mark. But Abel Ruiz sealed the tie from the spot. So there we go, we're into the hat for the next round. We should have won it much more comfortably than we did. It was really their only highlight, to be honest, that they scored from. But yeah, we made hard work of it. Bogac and Ruiz with the goals. We got there in the end. We do go into the hat for the next round. We will play either West Brom or Villa. Now, of course, in the 4th round last year, I think it was the 4th round, wasn't it, that Villa knocked us out. So, sense of deja vu about that one. Now, there's one other thing to catch you up on before we get to today's games, and that is, if we go and have a look here at, where am I trying to do? What am I trying to do here? There we go, to the European Golden Boy, and Felix Valverde has won that award. To be honest, I'm a little bit surprised. He's been very hot and cold, only averaging 7.17. He's either brilliant or really anonymous, isn't he? But he won the award, so well done to Felix. He is the Golden Boy of Europe. And a quick update of the league tables. You can see 3-way tie at the top, and Manchester United, who will be playing the second game today, are right there. So we could quickly turn into a 4-horse race, and then daylight back to the rest. It's already, 10, 16 points. So yeah, that just kind of is what it is. And there's, of course, our draw for the next round of the Champions League. That's everything to catch you up on. Let's go and have a look at what we're expecting here against Manchester City. So we are at home for this one. They do have a new manager, Ernesto Valverde. Now, if we remember him from the game, he's Barcelona, I think, is where he's at in real life right now, or he was. Has he been sacked? I can't remember now. I think he did just get sacked, didn't he? But he was at Chelsea most recently. So he's a decent manager. He's had a little bit of a turnaround their fortunes. Adventurous standard playing style. If we have a look at what we're expecting from them here, we are expecting this sort of Liverpool 4-3-3, sort of more defensively. They do tend to attack down the wings. You can see they drew Arsenal 0-0 last time out. We can see their positional heat map. Their passing networks and their key passes as well. And this is the team that we're sending out. Pretty much full strength. We don't have any real injuries. We are starting to get a lot of our injured players back now. That didn't help the festive fixtures, that's for sure. So you can see Bowen's almost back from his broken ankle. And otherwise, it's essentially a fit squad, just under, still coming back from a little bit of a knock that he had. So it's Onana in goal for this one. It's Brad Darwich, Pongranic, Wood and Mahoney as the back four. It's Phillips and Mariba in midfield. It is Under, Ranier and Valverde with Haaland up top. Let's see if we can beat City. Here we go, everybody is lining up as expected. Always a good thing. Expected to go out there and prove a point today, says Jardem. What do we want to say to this? We probably want to go with a little bit of passion because that seems to be working lately. You should be winning this one fairly comfortably. It's one of these, isn't it? City are down there in the table, but new manager in a little bit of form. So hopefully, hopefully we won't have any slip-ups here. But, they are, as I said, they are a good team. Our sort of approach, we're going to try and attack them through the middle. You can see from the heat map, they were quite spread out. So we're going to try and attack them through the middle. Under with a corner. Can we get a head on that? It's headed away. Calvin Phillips. It's off the keeper's chest, is it? No, it's hit the post. Oh, so unlucky for Calvin Phillips. Another highlight is that Mahoney has it there. Down the line for Under. Under looks for Haaland, finds him. And Haaland is sort of isolated there, isn't he? There it is for Mariba. Oh, it's Haaland offside. He's not offside. It's been given. And Erling Haaland has his 16th goal of the season in the 5th minute. What a start that is for Leeds United. And a little bit of luck as well, to be honest, because Haaland did well initially to hold up the ball, didn't he? Looking for Mariba's run. Mariba's been scoring for fun lately. Block shot, and I tell you what, when the shot came in, Haaland must have just about been onside there. Ricochet fell straight to him, and he makes no mistakes in that because Haaland is in red-hot form so far this season, and long may that continue. This is a really dangerous game for us, I think, just because we know City have good players, and with the new manager, and the fact they drew Arsenal 0-0, we had a really tough game in that Carabao Cup against Arsenal. They were a much improved team under Guardiola, and I'm assuming, therefore, these guys must be much improved under their new guy as well. Not much else to see so far this half, is there? Let's give it maybe a show some passion. Can we get a second goal before the break, I wonder? Here's a highlight. Throw in there, it's going to be Mahoney, I assume. Yes, back for Mariba. What can Mariba do? Mariba must have been really unlucky not to win. Golden boy! And that's a stunning strike, and Edison has sort of somehow flipped it over. There's our stadium extensions. It must be nearing completion at this point as well. Under. Another good ball in. It's headed away. And Renier should get to that. Will he get to that? No, he won't. Dembele's there first. Crossfield ball. Are we going to get done on the break right before the half-time? That would be annoying, wouldn't it? It's there for Cherki. Can we get a block in? Yes, we can. Renier's there. Back to Onana. Back to Renier. And we're going to try and play it out of the back. Phillips knocks it forward for Under. And that will end the highlight for us there. Decent enough first half. Struggled a little bit for possession, but not for chances, that's for sure. It's going to have to be an assertive. Don't get complacent here, boys. Keep this going for the second half, please, and thank you. We'd like to see a little bit more from Renier. I mean, really, that sort of when he tracked back at the end of the half there, I think it was the first time we've seen him, wasn't it? Calvin Phillips, a little bit more from you too, please, mate. Everybody else isn't doing too badly, so we'll get back out there. Give it a nice early demand more. And here we go with another corner. Can we put this one away? Under. Ball in, decent. Headed away, though. No one at the edge of the area. I have to change my set pieces again. Mahoney's got space to run into. He finds Under! Oh! Unlucky. Inches away. And you wonder there, too, if that had hit the post and bounced out the right angle, we had a lot of players forward from the corner. There must have been every chance that would have come back and hit one of our boys. What we're doing isn't really working right now. Under with another corner. Ball in. It's down. It's there for Renier. Blocked once. Blocked twice. Then a Renier. No, it's Mariba. It's taken a deflection off Mariba, I think. He has 9 goals this season now. It's a Renier assist. But I think it was mostly Renier's goal, wasn't it? He had a couple of cracks at the cherry. And eventually he's found a gap in the defence off of Mariba, it looks like. He's had one go there blocked. Another go here. It has come off Mariba. Mariba knew absolutely nothing about that. But there we go. We'll take that and run. Alright, so let's try, we're not exploiting the middle, so let's try exploit the middle, maybe take off pass ball into space. That's helped some match ratings a little bit. Still, Vavake is not having a great game, only a 6-5. He's a strange player, Vavake. As I said before, he's either brilliant or he's completely anonymous. There is no sort of middle ground with him. Alright, let's, we're almost done now. Let's just leave him on there. Let's demand a little bit more. He's only playing a 6.4 now, Vavake. What is wrong with you, son? Let's try and direct a little bit of play his way, see if that helps the cause or not. Ideally, we're not going to concede a goal here. Come on, boys, get a block in, get a header away. Pongranich is there. It's going to be picked up by Benton Kerr. Can we get a foot in? No. Cross comes in, blocked. Vavake has it, lumps it forward. It's into the path of Haaland. He's in here. What's his finish like? And another decent save from Edison. Another corner. Let's maybe go off of attacking now. We really don't need to be bombing forward, do we? Under with another ball and it's headed away. Are we going to get to that? We are. Calvin Phillips is there. Back out for Under. Can Under get a cross in now? No, we can, but it's blocked. And it is offside anyway. Here we go. What? Two minutes of stoppage time to play. Is that Max Aarons? He did go to City, didn't he? Because we were trying to sign him at one point. And there we go. That is a really, really good, solid win. We really didn't give him a sniff, did we? That's a good, solid win against a very good, if underperforming Manchester City side. Yeah, don't get complacent going forward, though, boys. But that was nice. So there we go. Quality of possession provides the victory. Valverde unhappy with poor Manchester. Yeah, they weren't great, but I think maybe we didn't make them look good. More money going towards the Mahoney transfer. That's going to cost us a fortune by the end of it, isn't it? Haaland took his chance. Well, really, didn't he? Made the most of a deflection. And if we have a look at what that means for the league table, we have played a game more, but we are now 3 points clear of everybody else. We've got Manchester United coming up next. We'll be right back for that. We have breaking news coming out of Ellen Road this evening with Ryan Edmondson agreeing a move to Inter Milan. For more on this story, we cross now live to Harry Drinkbottom. And Harry, this is a significant fee. Yes, that's correct, Nigel. Leeds United have agreed to sell striker Ryan Edmondson to Inter Milan for a quite simply ridiculous fee of £70 million. Now, sources have told me that upon receiving the bid, manager Aussie Villain laughed. And although no replacement has been lined up as of yet, the club assure me they will be looking to bring one in. So there we go. Ryan Edmondson leaves the club for Inter Milan for £70 million. It makes this a transfer record for transfer income with £106 million for the season now. And obviously it's a one-off deal, almost double that of Jamie Shackleton's transfer to Arsenal. I just don't get it. Nothing about this man says he's worth £70 million. It is one less academy player in the squad now, which is not really too problematic to be honest. We do have a lot of good young players coming through. But there's nothing about him to me that's 70 million. I mean, look at his record. He's been good for us without being fantastic. 60 games, 11 goals. 1 in 6, £70 million. Outrageous, but we'll take it. Alright, it is almost time to take on Manchester United, but we have had more problems in the transfer market. Brad Darrett is unhappy we haven't kept a promise to him, even though I played him as many games as possible. He thinks that we've broken a promise about giving him a fair amount of game time. So that being said, I've had enough of him. He's a decent player for us, but I've had a bit of a tantrum and I've transfer listed him, and we've accepted a bid for Bayern Munich. The problem we have is that the person who I wanted to get him in to replace him with was at 40 odd million, I think, just under 40 million the bid was for Brad Darrich. Anyway, we've accepted that, but I wanted to try and get Miranda in, so we had a bid accepted here, but he rejected our contract. He wants like £160,000 a week. I'm not convinced I want to give that to him, but he might have me bent over a barrel, and we might need to do it. If we look at the comparison between him and Brad Darich, he's actually a better player. So you look at Brad Darich in the blue, you can see the green more or less encircles him. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting one between now and the final week and a bit of the transfer market. We're trying to get in a striker to replace, or an attacking player, if not a striker, to replace Edmondson. Hopefully we'll get that done, but I'll sort of catch up on all that next episode when the transfer window closes. But a lot more busy this transfer window this January than I was hoping it would be, that's for sure. But let's not worry about right now. We do have our game coming up here against Leeds United, against Manchester United. The other piece of news, actually, because it has been so busy, I can't be bothered going to show you the the news item. But we have Ellen Road here is expanded. We're officially a 60,000 seater stadium, and the first game we have to christen it is against Manchester United. So this is a must-win game now, isn't it? We don't have a very good record against them. They're a Massimiliano Allegri coach team, and of course when we played them earlier on the season at Old Trafford, they absolutely pulled our pants down. It was 3-0, wasn't it? So we do not want to have a repeat of that. They're a balanced standard playing style. We have a quick look at their analysis report here. We are expecting them to come out in that same sort of formation that we saw against Liverpool. I can't remember now. It's so long ago since in real time since I played that Manchester City game. I think this is how they played in that one as well. We can see here their positional heat map. They do like to get down the sides. Their passing network. They're rarely reliant on number 25 there. Who is that? That would be Ndidi, and key passes there as well. Do like to get into the final third before a key pass, it looks like. This is the team that we're sending out. It is essentially full strength at this point in time. It's Onana in goal. It's Zagre in for Brad Darich, because screw him. It's Pongranich, Wood and Mahoney. It's Phillips and Mariba in midfield. It's Unda, Renia and Valvake just getting in ahead of Abel Ruiz, who's on the bench. And Haaland, he goes on the bench. On the bench, up top. Alright, everybody is lining up as expected. Ndidi is playing, so I'm tempted to go and just get Renier to go man mark him actually, but they should be in roughly the same spot on the field in any case. Jardem says go out there, prove a point today. A little bit of passion. We've been on a good run lately. Go out there and impress me. No, let's go for revenge. Let's go passionate revenge. You may have noticed in the pre-game screen there that Arsenal has already beaten Liverpool this match day. And Chelsea they're playing Manchester City. I don't know if they're away to Manchester City or at home, and they might be at home. I can't fully remember now. So there is a chance that that they could both suffer defeat here. We could find ourselves ending this match day on top of the table. But obviously to do that, we need to beat United here first. Here we go with Renier. Renier goes on a run. Shot blasted over the bar into the Manchester United fans behind the goal. Let's give it a get creative. And yeah, I really, really would like to get a win here with the first game at the 60,000 capacity Ellen Road. Calvin Phillips has been pickpocketed there. Palmgrenich has the ball, goes across there for Wood. Wood goes over, it's headed down. Phillips picks up the loose ball from Mariba. Back to Phillips and Mariba again. It's Undak. Can he find a bit of quality into the box? He hasn't. Valvacque's there! And Felix Valvacque gives us the lead, leaping like a salmon above the Manchester United defence. And it's 1-0 Leeds United after 10 minutes. And almost out of nothing. It looked as though the move had died out under there. Did he do another Rabona? No, he just sort of crossed with the other foot. And Valvacque too strong in the air for whoever that clown is. Dallo. And 1-0 it is to us. Now, looking a little bit, I've sort of been trying to troubleshoot in my head here, like playing between the two games with the Brad Darich issue, which isn't ideal, granted. Ideally, I would have liked to keep him, but if he's going to sulk and he wants to play all the time, the problem is he's a good attacking player, but he's not the best defensively, and he tends to get nervous and apprehensive a lot as well. So I don't think he's irreplaceable. Now, what we could do, if we sign nobody, if we can't come to an agreement with Juan Miranda to get him in, he's really the only left back on the radar that is any good. Here we go with Rennie up. Good ball there for Valvacque again. Valvacque's in again and makes the save, does De Gea. Mahoney, let's not forget, is a natural on the left side. So we could use him as the backup or sort of as a second choice on the left side. Ball in there, Haaland just over the bar. And we know at right back, we have Wan Bissaka who can play there. Ideally, I'd like to upgrade on him as well. But we do have Suter and Nathan Wood are both suitable to go over there. Now, what we're doing, of course, if we do that, is we're weakening our team. And it's not what we want to do at this stage of the season. But it's just kind of where we're at. And we seem to have hit a ceiling with the wage budget as well. Got a set piece to defend here. Indeed, straight into the hands of Onana. Where the board actually won't let me put any more of our... Because we have that massive transfer budget now with that 70 million for Ryan Edmondson. But the board won't let me transfer any money from the transfer budget over into wages. So, yeah, I think there's a ball over the top for Haaland. He's going to run onto it. Can he get the finish as well? No, straight into the hands of De Gea. And ideally, he would have stuck that away, to be honest. Yeah, so we're just running into a little bit of a jam. I really thought we would be able to just put money into wages and sign Miranda no matter what he was asking for. I actually had to cancel a transfer for an attacker that I was looking to get in. So I had a couple that I was sort of in negotiations with. So I had to cancel one of them, and it's still we weren't able to get it done. What do we want to say here? It's got to be an assertive, don't get complacent, doesn't it? Or maybe a calm, things are going well, you're capable of better. And then the guys that aren't playing well, we'll just tell them that. So yeah, it's going to be a tricky end to the January transfer window, unfortunately. But, I mean, the Edmondson deal was a no-brainer. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But I just don't think you can turn down £70 million for someone who was effectively... who am I talking to here? Unda, who was effectively a third-choice striker. Like, that's just ridiculous money. And I really don't know what Inter was playing at with that, to be honest. But that just kind of is what it is. That hasn't affected what's going on. It's the Brad Darich issue that sort of caused this now. And for whatever reason, the board not allowing me to put more transfer money in. I thought you could just do that indefinitely. I've never had it before where they would. It doesn't give me the option to transfer any money over. So, yeah, just a little bit of a jam. We can, as I said, if worst comes to worst and Brad Darich leaves, I could even just cancel the transfer to Bayern Munich. I might just delay it till we can get somebody in. And if it doesn't go through, it doesn't go through. We'll just have a sulking Brad Darich to play when we need him to. But, yeah, if worst comes to worst, Mahoney can cover left back. And, yeah, like I say, Suter and Wood can cover right back with Wan Bissaka. But do we want Wan Bissaka as first choice? I've been complaining about him all season, haven't I? Chiesa gets in behind here, ball across. Nobody's there. And that'll do for that. All right. What do we want to say here? Let's give it maybe a show some passion when we can give another shout. I'm looking at Haaland not having a great day up there. And United just seem to have come back into this, haven't they, second half? I'm wondering what we can do to change things. I mean, this is a free kick, so it's not like they've picked us apart. They've picked us apart there, though, and more poor finishing. Given how they like to play, I think maybe we try closing up these lines and see if that makes it a little bit more difficult for them. If they are getting a foothold in the centre of the park, closing up those lines just might prevent that a little bit for us. We'll give it a demand more. I'm looking at, it's just not Haaland's day either, so let's get Leao up there. We know he is very, very capable. And Valvake's picked up an injury now as well, so Ruiz will come on for him. Hopefully that's not too serious, though he's down to 32%, so that's not great. Hopefully it's just a very bad kick in the shins. Another highlight, can we win this ball? We do, Mahoney has it. Now can we build from the back and go? Here we go with Under. Can he beat his man? He goes inside for Mariba. Mariba goes past one, threads the ball through for Leao. Leao goes past his man. Rafael Leao, what's he got for it? Straight into De Gea's arms again. Pulled groin for Valverde, so that could be a problem for us moving forward. A highlight, for once it's starting with Leeds United. Here we go, Mahoney, Under. Can he get a little bit of quality in? No, it's horrible. Absolutely horrible. I don't even know what he was trying to do there. There was no player anywhere near. We can get rid of Darlow's dunce cap there. And what is going to become of this highlight? Come on, boys. João Felix back in field. It's there for Arthur. Out there for Chiesa. Oh, he's offside. He has to be. He's a mile offside. Not even close, that one. Let's give it a concentrate shout. I mean, how far can you be offside? That's almost a booking for wasting time, isn't it? He was a mile off. Alright, what do we do here? We're getting towards the end of the game. Let's take it off, pass the ball into space, and I'm wondering if we look to exploit the middle as well. We'll get some passes going to feet, hopefully keep possession a little bit better. We can probably go off of attacking. Here we go, Woods. Ball forward, he finds Under out there for Mahoney. He's got a little bit of space. A lot of space, actually. Can he get across into the box? He's found Under. Can Under get across into the box? Can we kill it off? No, but it's fallen to Mahoney. It's there for Mariba. Mariba gets into the box. Can he get across in? He can. He dinks it over. It's Valverde again. Oh, it's not Valverde. It's Ruiz, and he hits the post, and it's gone out, I think, for a corner. Yes. Under now. Can he get a bit of quality into the box? It's decent. It's Leao, and again, De Gea is there. I tell you what, credit where it's due. De Gea's had a good game for him, hasn't he? Really, really kept them in this. Darlow charges forward now. Can we get back and get a block in? Please, boys. Please, it's there. It's a missed header. And João Felix does it. And who was it that missed that ball in the centre? It was a shocking, shocking piece of defending. And who was this? I think is it Mahoney? No, it's not. It's gonna be Pomgranich, isn't it? Yes, it is. Oh, it's horrible. And you can't really blame the other defenders there. They can't be expecting that. And yeah, just suddenly now it gets a little bit nervous for us. Let's keep all that the same. Let's try exploit the flanks maybe. We have got a little bit of space out there. Let's maybe get some early crosses in as well. And there's a big part of me that says hold on for a point here, but that's not... Oh, don't do it. Away, boys. Away. It is away. It's still there, though. It's blocked. It's still there with Pogba. They work the ball out to the corner taker. That's offside again, I think. But it's landed in Onana's hands either way, and we go again. Is there another highlight in this game? It's been a relatively even game, but it's so annoying. Another defensive error. They seem to cost us time and time again, and we've only taken a draw against Manchester United. We'll say unlucky. Super sub Felix rescues Man United. It was a game for the Felixes, wasn't it? It's not too serious for Felix Valverde, so that's not too bad. He should be back very shortly. Zidane's there. He's having a look at... Who's he looking at? Erling Haaland. Not going anywhere, mate. You can back off him, Zizou. Have a quick look at what that means for the league table. Actually, what I'll do is we'll get through this next the Chelsea game and see how they did. Okay, we can see there Chelsea did manage to beat Manchester United, so they now go top. We're 2 points back of them. Liverpool's a point further back, and then Manchester United are back just a further 2 points from them. You can see, though, if you get the United's results up there, they were on a pretty good run of form. So, yes, it's annoying to drop points at home to them, but maybe, against a very good team that's in form, it's not the worst. I think it's just more annoying because it was a defensive error that cost us. If it had just been another goal, then maybe it's easier to accept. But there we go. That'll do it for today, though, guys. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, and we'll be back next time 4. We got West Brom in the FA Cup. They beat Villa. Now we put 5 past them in the EFL Cup earlier this season in the third round of that. So hopefully that won't be a problem. I think what we'll do is we'll come back next time for Monaco away. First leg of the Champions League. We'll play through Wolves, and then we'll have Liverpool at home. That looks to be the 2 games there. Then we can do the second leg in Chelsea. These are all huge games at this point, aren't they? We do have Liverpool and Chelsea at home, though. So we've got to be in a decent place in the league, though that's silly drop points at home to United. Anyway, guys, until next time, Open Aussie Villain, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, just generally of what's happened this episode. It's been a big one. Take care.